In this video, to apply some setting on the paragraph, first I would like to share what properties we are going to apply on all the paragraphs. Number one, the paragraphs will be justified. The line height will be 1.5 and their before and after spacing will be 8 point or 10 point. So actually there are hundreds of different paragraphs throughout this document. Then how we convert these paragraphs into standard paragraphs by just one click? So this is what we have to do now. So first of all, let's go to the first paragraph. Actually, first going to the first paragraph is not necessary, but we will be applying our paragraph setting from this paragraph onwards. So go to home tab, and here we will take the help of these styles. Styles are basically lifesavers. We define a specific style and we apply those styles on different headings or paragraphs by just one click. So let's say click on this body text, or by default it will be a body text, and under this click on this create a style. When you click on this create a style, give it a name. Let's say we name this style like paragraph. Now click on modify. In this window we have to apply all those important formatting settings that we want to apply throughout all the paragraphs in this document. So first of all, we said we will be applying, or we will be making this paragraph justified. To make it justified, click on this format, and under the format click on that paragraph. In this we have this alignment. Under the alignment click on justified, and now here you see this is the spacing before and after. What does that mean? Basically, when you apply and when you specify before and after spacing, then before every paragraph and after the paragraph there will be some space reserved. Okay, so let's say I apply the paragraph 8 points before and after spacing and click on OK. Next thing we are interested in, we have to specify the line height. So again go to the format, and under the format click on paragraph. Here basically you see line space, and in this line space this is 1.5, and click on OK. If you are good with all these settings, you can click OK. You noticed once you have created the style, that style has already been applied on this paragraph, and now you see this paragraph looks more professional. Now if you want to make this paragraph looks like this, then we have to do what? We have to select this paragraph and click on that style that we have created just now, and that style is this paragraph. Now so this is a style applied on this paragraph as well. In the same way, we can apply this paragraph style on all the paragraphs. Let's say this one. You are not required to select this whole paragraph. Even if this is a paragraph, then clicking somewhere in the line or clicking somewhere in this paragraph will select this whole paragraph. Now click on this and you see this paragraph has changed its settings. Throughout the document, sometimes you will see this red squeezy line and sometimes you will see this blue line. This red squeezy line tells this might be grammatical error, and this blue line might tell this might be some punctuation error or something that is not a spelling error but something that is not according to the English grammar rules. So let's say click on this and it will suggest that please give the space between P and comma. So let's do it. And here you can see the project name is desktop, so and so on. If you apply the same setting on other paragraphs as well, let's say here are 2 paragraphs, so you don't need to select all 2 paragraphs this way. Even you can select 1 or 2 lines of both and apply this paragraph style, and you see this style has been applied on these 2 paragraphs as well. You can do the same if you have the 5, 6, 7, 10 paragraphs. you can select them partially or you can select them fully like this, and click on this, and you see now the styles that we have or the features that we have defined in this style all been applied on these paragraphs as well. One more thing, this is not a natural space, actually this is a one line being entered by the user. So if we remove this, then this is the actual style of these two paragraphs. Okay, this is how you can create professional looking paragraphs. You can, if you apply this setting throughout all the pages, then at the end you will come up with a document with all the paragraphs properly aligned and with same font style, with same alignment settings, and with same line height. What is the advantage of applying this style? The biggest advantage is, let's say if you want to change the font style, then just go to that style, right click and modify. Now let's see, you want to increase the font size, let's say you want to make it 14, or you want to change the text from Times New Roman to Calibri. Now if you click OK, you will notice that these two settings will be applied to all the paragraphs on which you have applied this style. You see, this paragraph and this paragraph both have been affected, and if you notice, these two paragraphs have updated with the new styles or new settings that we have applied. So this is the biggest advantage of creating is proper style or applying the specific style on the different components of a document. So you don't need to apply those settings one by one. Okay, so this is the biggest advantage of applying the style. Whenever you have to change or whenever you have to make any changes to this paragraph, just change this paragraph style and those settings will be applied instantly. The next important thing that we are going to learn is applying the headings. These headings are used to create table of contents, and these headings are accompanied with the numbers. Like if this is a heading 1, and there will be another heading like this 1.1, and there will be yet another heading 1.1.1. So the advantage of using the heading is they automatically increase and automatically add the numbers. But how to apply headings? We have different levels of headings, and those some of the levels are already defined, like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So let's say you want to apply heading 1 on this, and this is the first heading of this document, let's say. So we apply heading 1. The font style or the color is not easily readable, so we can apply or we can change this by default heading. Right click on this, modify, and in the same way, when you apply different settings in the paragraph, you can apply the settings for the heading as well. So let's say first of all change its color from gray to automatic or black and make it bold. Okay, and after making bold, just click OK and see the difference. Right at the moment you may notice one thing, that number has not been added. To add the number, we have to click on this. This is actually a multi-level list, so we have to click on this multi-level list, and under multi-level list we have to click this style. Once we click this style, automatically number will be added. Now the number 4 shows that this is the 4th heading. It means that already some headings have been applied before this. If you pay attention, now you see this is heading 2, this is heading 1, and you will have to figure out the where heading 1 was applied, and this is the heading 1. Okay, logically these headings should not be starting with 1, and this heading should not be 2 and 3. This should be the heading 1. Okay, because table of content is not a chapter. So first of all, let's remove this whole table of content, because we will be creating this later in the other videos. So I have removed the table of content, and you will see this heading has been updated from 2 to 1, and this heading changed from 3 to 2, and this heading has been changed from 4 to 3. So let's remove heading from these two. How do we remove this? Simply click on this normal predefined style. When you click on this normal predefined style, you will see this heading has now become 1. In the same way, if you want to apply, or if you want to make this the subheading of this heading, then we have to apply the heading this 1 point, or heading 2 1.1. Click on this. In the same way, we change the style of this heading, we have to change the style of this heading as well. Right click, modify, click the important settings. This is bold, or if you want to make it bold, it's up to you, and click OK. Now you see, now remove the space. Now if you pay attention, there is a natural space between this heading and between this. Now how you can increase this space between heading and paragraph, or between two paragraphs? Okay, this is very simple. If you remember, when we were applying styles on the paragraph, I explained one thing, and that one thing was format paragraph, and that one thing was before and after. Now this is the after space, and this is the before space. The space between introduction and the paragraph is before, and the space between this problem statement and the last line of the paragraph is after. If you want to increase the space, you can, like let's say this is 18 point, this is 12 point. Click OK, OK, and you see more space has been applied on the before, and slightly the space between problem statement and the last line of the paragraph has also changed. So this was the second thing, how to apply the before and after spaces, and how to create the headings. In the same way, let's say this is another heading, and now if we apply the heading 2, then the settings will automatically be applied that were applied on this problem statement. If you pay attention, this is bold, but this seems does not bold. No problem, just click on this in front of P and just press your left arrow, and all these headings will be selected. Now you can increase their size, like B for bold, or you want to increase their size, you can. Okay, so that's not a big problem. Let's say, for the sake of example, this is any heading. Now this heading is a subheading of this heading, and if you apply subheading on this, I mean level 2 heading, then this will automatically become 2.1. Okay, but right now that this heading is basically the part of this heading, so apply this heading 2, this heading 2, and once you apply this heading 2, remove this 1.3. When you apply this 1.3, now remove this space, you can see. And how we remove? Simply by backspace, and now this looks good. But you see, this image cannot be adjusted in this area. So the workaround is, you can bring some text. Let's say if you have this text, and you can bring this text over here, but problem is that there is no text in this chapter. This text falls in the second chapter, so that's why we have no option to fill this space. But one other thing that we can do, we can move this heading to this page along with the image. And how we do this? One method is to just keep clicking or keep entering, but this is not the correct way. We can insert a page break. Okay, using the page break, move anything after the page break to the next page. Let's say that we want to insert a page break where the cursor is blinking. So in the layout tab under the breaks, click on this page. When you click on this page break, anything after that page break will be moved to the next page. This is one thing, and the keyboard shortcut for the same thing is Control plus Enter. If you enter the both keys or press the both keys at once, then the same page break will be applied. Now the important thing is, you are not seeing anything or anything visible. The page break, the section breaks, the column breaks, these are some boundaries that usually are not visible, but we can make them visible by clicking on home tab, and under the home tab click on this show hide. When you click this show hide, you can simply see the page breaks and section breaks, column breaks, anything that is not visible. So this text is printable, but this page break is not a printable component, so that's why this remains invisible on the page. Okay, now our text has moved to the next page, and click press del, so this heading should move to the top of the page. In this video I showed you about headings and subheadings. In the next video we talk on other topics. Thank you.